We are back, and we are going to meet a phenomenal woman. She is an entrepreneur, and she's got an amazing story of transformation to share. Please welcome Sheryl Gatzke to the show.
Hi, thank you very much. Yeah, it's Sheryl Gatzke. Yep, it's nice to be here. Thank you very much.
You're
Nikki.
welcome. You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you look beautiful in pink.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Gorgeous.
don't match the set, but I thought I'd bring a little bit of spring to Toronto with all the snow here. I thought, oh, why not throw on something bright and hope that spring follows? So that was the idea.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
you.
Well, I'm really happy that we're here together.
Thank you.
And you really inspired me when we spoke. We had an interview on the radio show not too long ago,
Yes.
and I've been working really hard at trimming down and that, and as you get older, the weight kind of fluctuates, and
Definitely gets harder,
sometimes
yeah.
it gets really discouraging, and,
can,
and you
yes.
need the encouragement But when you meet people like yourself
Thank you.
with this amazing testimony of just hard work and how much you transformed,
Thank you.
it really motivates me. So let's talk a little bit about how that happened.
Well, that's the main change that started all the changes was that about 8 years ago, I finally got the monkey off my back, so to speak, in the form of a 100-pound weight loss. So, thank you.
How long did it take you?
It took me about a year to get the 100 pounds off, but I had tried many, many, many times before. And what I finally was able to do was to look back and find out what was stopping me from being successful. And once I was able to figure out the things that were stopping me from being successful, then I was able to, I believe one of the other girls said, overcome the wall. There's a book coming out here. Yeah, and when you said that, I was like, exactly. Like once you overcome that wall, then you're free to run. And I had finally overcome the biggest wall in my life because I was obese my entire life. And, the last time I tried was going to be the last time I tried. And I just looked back at my journey through life and said, what's got to change?
Yes.
What do I have to do differently in order to be successful? And that's what's led me into the entrepreneur that I am today, is starting businesses, being able to look at them and see, what am I doing right? Is this serving my goal? Is this not serving my goal? And how do I change it in order to be happy in my life? So the weight loss really was the start of everything for me. And I am forever thankful for that vision to be able to look and say, you know what, you can get over this wall and you can do anything. And it totally changed my life.
So you talked about some of the things that were stopping you. What did you identify as things deterring you?
Definitely, I find with a lot of people, including myself, it was the fear of success.
Wow.
I think for a lot of people, the fear of being successful is greater than the fear of failure. So when you start a weight loss journey or when you start an entrepreneurial journey, it's very easy to be afraid of failing. So you just give up before you're even successful. So you can just be like, it didn't work. Same with weight loss. Well, you've lost 25 pounds, but you're getting really close to the 50 you wanted to lose. And the pressure I'm going to feel if I actually hit that 50, I'm not really sure I'm going to be able to deal with that pressure, so I'm going to just quit and forget about it. So before I started this weight loss journey, I really took my time, and I said, you know what, this is it. I'm either doing it or I'm done trying. And I went into it with different goals, with a different attitude, and I just went for it, and it worked. I didn't look at the end. I just enjoyed the journey, and it was successful. Yeah.
And you look absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
And I've seen you in your fitness competition.
I never competed. It was just a photo shoot.
It was
that
a photo
my
shoot,
very
okay.
talented sister, Krista, took those photos for me. A lot of people have asked if I wanted to compete, and I said, you know what? I've been judged my whole life. I was judged when I was heavy. I was judged through my weight loss. I've been judged through all of my entrepreneurial journeys, both good and bad, and I did not need to get onto a stage and be judged by anybody.
Right.
I did my journey for myself. I didn't do it for any other reason. I have many, many friends in fitness that do competitions, and I applaud them, and I go to their shows, and I support them because that's their vision.
Right.
But for me, it wasn't about anyone else but myself and my family. Yeah.
And they must be very, very proud of you.
Thank you. They are. They're very supportive. Thank you. Thank you.
Did things change for you
very much so.
When you lost the weight, did
it did, yeah. It opened
people
up
get
a
closer?
whole-
Some people move away?
There was a lot. We talked about this a little bit in our radio interview. Whenever you start something, people are very excited for you. They're like, good for you. You know, good for you and your little venture. Good, you know, and good for you and your little weight loss.
That's cute. Yeah.
Good for you. Like, you know, you get those. That. And then when you start to do it, they go,
She's serious.
well, now that kind of makes me feel bad about myself. And then, you know, the fingers start to point and they're like, whoa, I don't know if I like this because what you're doing is making me feel uncomfortable. And you kind of have to grow a little bit of a thicker skin when you go through these different journeys, and understand that it truly is, your journey is about you and their feelings are about them. It really doesn't have anything to do with you. And that was a hard lesson to learn, but I always embrace every lesson. I call them blessings because it's usually a blessing in disguise, both the good and the bad. So I've had ups and downs and everything, but it's brought me to where I am today, and I've never ever been happier than I am right at this particular moment in my life, working for myself, being with my family, helping other women grow businesses, helping myself grow a business, and teaching my children really that they can do anything they set their minds to. And I encourage my children to fail at things, because if you don't fail, you don't learn. And failure is very, very important and needs to be encouraged. And not everybody understands that.
Yes.
You know, the master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. And I always think that's a very good lesson for everybody to understand. You have to fail in order to find what it is that you're truly looking for.
That's brilliant. Very profound. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Was it Thomas Edison who said he had to fail about 10,000 times before he got it right?
I believe so.
I think I'm paraphrasing.
Yes, but
along the
about that.
lines.
Yeah, exactly. So I believe that people have to, you and I spoke on the radio about not being afraid. You know, I use the analogy of going to a cottage in the summer. So if anybody here ever goes to a cottage in the summertime and there's a dock that's over the water, you know, as a child, the child will just grab their toys or their brother or sister's hand, and they're just going to run right off that dock and jump in the water and start swimming. And they don't care what's in it. But an adult will walk to the end and go, is it cold? Are there fish? Is it weedy? I don't know if I really want to jump in. Can I really do this? And I think if more people had a childlike attitude as an adult, then we wouldn't be so afraid to do things.
We'll take the plunge.
They'll just take the plunge. Just run off the dock. Just run off the dock. You're going to land in the water, and you're going to be fine, and you're going to have a great time. I think if people stopped fearing the unknown, then they would be able to embrace life a little bit more. So that's where getting to do what I do today as a business coach, I get to grab people's hands and I get to say, let's just jump off the dock. Like, you can do hard things. You can do scary things. And you have no idea what's going to be at the end of that dock. So let's go see. Like, let's go do it. Yeah, it's so exciting. So it's really great. Yeah.
It's amazing. Can you tell us of someone you work with that has an amazing kind of transformation, a glowing kind of report of what you've done to help them get to the next side?
Well, I have a fantastic business team that I work with right now. The teams are all growing. We're helping other women to grow businesses as well. I currently work with dermatology, and it was the last step in a fantastic entrepreneurial life of my own. I started my entrepreneurial journey as a dental consultant because that's what I wanted to be when I was a little girl. And I'm a very D personality, and once I make up my mind, that's what I'm going to do. Regardless of whether it fits into my life at that particular time or not, that's what I was going to do. So I got into dentistry and I started consulting because I love the challenge. I love coaching. I love changing things. I love helping people and motivating them to do the very best things that they can do. But the job became very stressful and took me away from my family.
Right.
And so that entrepreneurial vision, I was able to look back on and say, this isn't really what I want in my life, so let's change it. And then I had lost the 100 pounds, and I thought, you know what, I think I would make a fantastic personal trainer. And I had a great personal training business for a very long time, but again, it didn't fit all the check boxes that I wanted out of my entrepreneurial life. I was away from my family. I was constantly at the gym.
Yes.
I was, forever at the gym. We have a cottage up north, and my family would be sending me pictures of what they were doing at the cottage. And I'm like, this is not right. This is not what I want to do. So then I again looked back, assessed what I was doing, and I said, something has to change. And I found an amazing opportunity. And when an amazing opportunity is presented in front of you, you just say yes and figure it out. And it was completely out of my comfort zone. It wasn't dentistry that I was familiar with. It wasn't personal training that I was familiar with. It was dermatology. And I do love skin. After losing 100 pounds, I struggled myself to find fantastic skincare. And once I found this company, and I was able to tie in all of the things that I love to do to help women, to help them have that balance, that family, to help people do scary things, to help them understand that there is more to them than they ever thought that there was. So for me, that's the greatest reward right now, is being able to tie everything into my life that I love doing and have that family and work balance, because it really comes down to living. I want to live while I'm working, and that is key. I don't want to work to live. I want to do both at the same time. And I'm glad this journey has brought me to where I am today.
Absolutely, to enjoy the fruits of your labor.
That's right, exactly,
Beautiful.
Exactly, and to live. So
awesome.
I'm glad to share that with you today.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Sheryl,
you.
how can people contact you?
Well, you know what? I always love contacting people on Facebook. It's a great way to see each other and what you're all up to. So you can always find me on Facebook, Sheryl Guessinghouse Gatzke. I kept my my maiden name for Facebook. Or please, you can just email me, because I love to chat over email as well. And it's Sheryl with an S, not a C. So Sheryl.Gatzke@gmail.com. I keep it simple.
Beautiful. Sheryl Gatzke, everybody. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thank
Beautiful
you.
work.
Thank you very
Thank
much. Thanks.
We'll be back.
Thank you.
All right, welcome back. Got another amazing woman on the show with us today, and she's looking stunning in emerald green. Please welcome real estate professional Estelle Blahut to the show.
Hi, Nikki. Thank you so
Hey.
much for having me on the show.
Thank you so much. I feel like we've known each other for years.
Yeah,
You've
it's
been
really
here
great
before.
being on this side of the show. I've come and I've watched your shows and I've seen it and so inspired by everybody that you have here.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
Isn't
I love
it?
what you do.
You know what? I'm the one who's really blessed to just kind of sit back and listen to the beautiful stories that people have, transformed into, and how they're being a blessing to other people. So I'm the one who's privileged, and I gotta say that you got it going on with the karaoke singing. You're a 2-time winner.
It's my
on the show.
second. I'm not quitting my day job, but in the evenings I do a little karaoke on the side, and that's what I like to do. And I did get the memo today. I figured, a day before St. Patty's, let's blend in with the, decorations.
Yeah, you're looking good. You're looking great. You're looking great. So, we were just chatting before the cameras turned on, and we were talking about our beginnings. And I was sharing that I didn't exactly know I was going to be a show host or a producer. I started off being a teacher, actually a college professor. And
look at the
did you know
change.
that you're going to be a real estate agent?
No, to be honest, I wasn't born into it. I didn't have any clue, actually. When I started in real estate, I was thrown into it. I started off as a web and graphic designer. I went to school for that. I finished that, and I got a job right out of college, and I was thinking, wow, this is going to be amazing. I'm going to be like, it was like year 2000, and the top job was a web and a website designer or a financial planner. So I had one of them. And after a year, after a .com, it failed. And I thought, wow, what am I going to do with my life? Then I, unemployment, and I started my own business. I went back to school, got a diploma in self-employment, and I started a web and graphic design company. And very quickly into that, a realtor saw me, and he said, I'd like you to do my website. So I worked with him for 9 years after that. And so I learned a lot of, the real estate world while working with him. But when I first started, I knew nothing. I was great at my job, and then he just threw me in there and said, you know what, you sign these documents, do these open houses. And I thought, I'm like, is this for me? Is this something I would do? Oh, I don't do that. That's not for me. That's not my career. But I realized while you're in the career, I love working with people. I love talking to people. I love sharing my experiences with them. And this is a big deal, actually. When you're buying a home, this is usually the first-time home buyer. It's it's not buying a car. It's not even any expense you've ever made. This is a big life-changing decision.
Yeah.
And I'm part of that. And that's amazing. And I've gone through it, too, so that I can share that with other people.
Sure. So they lean on you for your experience and your honesty.
Yeah, honesty is a big one. And sometimes it doesn't really help me get further, because sometimes I have to tell people, oh, I wouldn't buy that if I were you. Oh, or you should really buy that. But you have to build a trust with your client to say, look, I want you to get a good deal, because I want you to use me again. I want you to remember that you bought that property, and now either later it's increased in value, or you're changing your home, but you remember the experience with me. It was great. Why would I want to do something that wasn't good? So if anyone, in any career, in any job that you do, that's the number one thing you want to put forth to your clients, whoever you're working with. Mm-hmm. So it's been great.
It's amazing. And how long have you been doing it now?
I've been doing, I've been a part of it over 10 years. It's been so long, to be honest, I can't even remember. But I've gone through so many challenges and changes in my life. I worked with a top broker, I said, for over 9 years. And then I decided to quit my job and travel for 2 years. I got married, and, my new life changed. And then when I came back, I said, I want to do this full time. I was working in the office and doing all the marketing in the background. I said, I want to do this full time myself. I don't want to be in the back end. Right. I want to be in the front end. And so I transformed where I was going to be. And you're like everybody on the show, everyone's gone through so many challenges in their life. I got married and I got divorced, and then I said, what am I going to do? So I'm going to be a real estate agent. I'm going to do this full time. I'm going to put all my effort into it, and I love it. And I get to meet people who are just like me, regular people. They didn't know where they were going to be in their life. They didn't know if they're going to be divorced. And they're divorced, and I find them a new home. No problem. We're going to restart this. Like, I've been there, done that. Let's, I'm in the same boat, and meet all different walks of people. So it's great. It's nothing beats this type of career.
Absolutely.
For me, anyways.
Yeah. So the type of person you're a people person, and you have to be flexible too, and to kind of roll with the changes, right?
Yeah, definitely have to be flexible, because even right now, honestly, the real estate market in Toronto has been crazy. That right before I have to schedule, I have to be somewhere at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. It's quick, it's fast. I have to put in an offer, wait a few hours. Right when I'm done here, I have to go back to my computer. You have to really be able to schedule your time and be flexible with the clients, because if they're working during the day, I can't tell them to drop everything and work with me, so I have to work at night. But
sure,
I'm easygoing like that, so that works for me.
Okay. Now you mentioned the real estate market in Toronto. So where are we at right now? Is it a seller's market, a buyer's market? Where are we at?
Oh, wow. I have never, in all the years that I've been in real estate, this is a first for me. And people think, oh, wow, that's amazing. It's going to be really hot. I'm chasing ghosts a lot of the time. I want to buy, especially I work a lot with first-time buyers, investors. We're trying to buy a condo in Toronto. And anything within the 300,000 to 400,000 range, it's out the window. It's going so fast, and it's building a relationship with that client to tell them, look, we got to put an offer now. We got to do this now. And
it's time sensitive.
Yeah, it's time sensitive. You have to have your finances checked. There's no delay like it used to be over 10 years ago when I started. I could sit there with my client and discuss the offer. If I were the seller or the buyer, we could go below asking. We could take our time. In the past year, but even the past few months, it's quick, it's fast. There's no time for thinking. You want it, you get it. You don't hesitate.
Wow.
So I've never seen it like this. And this is actually, I don't know if it's good or bad. I don't know when it, like everyone says, when is it going to stop? Is it going to keep going? Obviously, I have no crystal ball, but it looks great. Toronto's great. It's a great investment. It's
well, the
one
traffic
place-
would indicate
yeah.
because of construction, things are happening. Yeah.
We don't have enough inventory, so that means people are coming here and buying. We just need to build more. The city is just growing. I'm so glad to be a part of it at this time. So
Yeah,
why not?
It's a great thing. So what are some of the mistakes that people make when they're buying their first home? Can you give us maybe about 2
Okay.
boo-boos they make?
Well, a big one is huge is you have to go and speak with a mortgage broker. I can only tell you so much, and I'm only legally bound to tell you what my opinion is. So talking with a financial advisor, your mortgage broker, and figure out exactly what you want. If you're going to buy investment, is it for your future? Some people have no idea what their income is, their debts, and everything to be able to put forth a good offer. And then sometimes after a year, they realize, oh, we can't afford this, or we can't carry this, or a slight change. And you really have to spend that time before you make a big decision. So that's a huge, and finding out big mistake is people not knowing about all the incentives as a first-time home buyer. Just getting the land transfer tax rebates. There's so many things. I went through that as a first-time home buyer. And that's why the experience is great.
Right.
You can't just, be a real estate agent without buying and selling a few homes of your own. I think that it really helps you out because I see the mistakes I made and I tell my future clients, don't do what I did. You want to do this. Definitely. Why not? Why not pass on the knowledge?
Yeah, knowledge is power.
Yeah,
definitely. And what should you do right? What you definitely have to do when you're buying a home first time?
Definitely when you're buying a home. Well, honestly, right now, if you're buying in Toronto, because the longer you wait, the worse it is. So I have clients that are trying to get into the market right now or just looking for an investment condo and or even buying a house. Everything is going up in value. So the longer they think about it, the next couple of months, guess what? The price has gone up. Now, you want to still think about this or you want to buy this now? Yeah. So sometimes it's getting over the fear and just, you got to do this. Sometimes you got to take a little risk, but it's a good risk. I don't see this as a bad risk so far. So, but again, that's all I can give the advice is what you're comfortable with and just jump into it and do it because it's great. It's
Did you experience any kind of challenges as a woman real estate professional? Did you feel any kind of resistance coming into the field?
Well, I guess there's always that stereotypical look of the real estate man that had the business suit, that had everything set, and then I really wanted to show that with my skills, with my background, and all my knowledge in real estate, I can do a great job, and if not better, because of all the years of working with all these top agents and seeing what they do, and just someone being able to trust me and putting in their a big investment with me over, but it is it started off more as a male-dominated field, and with the women, they didn't think of it being as a long-term career, but I find it's a great career. It's great. Again, if you're a people person, you want to work with people, it's a fantastic career. It's a fantastic choice. So I found it worked great for me.
Okay. So what would you advise to someone who's thinking about doing what you're doing now, having a real estate profession?
Well, if it's something that you're looking into, for sure. It just obviously right now it's not a slow-paced field anymore, and it does take a lot of challenge with a lot of technology, building your website, getting your clients, networking, and really putting your best foot forward.
And speaking to networking, and there's a powerful thing with networking, but that's how we met.
Yeah, that is. That's true. And I get to meet you. I get to meet also a lot of other wonderful people, and that teach me what else I need to do to grow my business. And that's why I want to be around this. I want to learn, and I also want to live and work in my field, not just work. And it's not all about the money. It's about enjoying what you do, and that's a big thing. I didn't think about that in the beginning. I just want to work and then worry about it later. But now I get to work, live, enjoy my life. Okay. It's been great.
So you chase the passion and the money follows.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Thank you very much, Estelle. I appreciate it. Tell us how people can contact you.
Okay, well, you can contact me. I have 2 websites. My main one is torontorealestatalocator.com. You can search for homes there. You can find my 1-800 number, 1-800-896-8613. I also have Sell with Estelle. That's an easy one to remember.
I like it.
Sellwithestelle.com. You can find my email, my phone number, everything very self-explanatory there. So, yeah, that'd be great.
All right. Well, I just want to wish you a happy St. Patrick's Day and
You
appreciate your vast amount of knowledge. Estelle Blahut, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Nikki.
And we'll see you on the next karaoke stage.
You bet.
We'll be back.